Oh, uh, oh,
What happened?
wait, huh? Huh?
What happened?
What?
What happened?
I wasn't gonna use that because that drop needs tremendously redone. Welcome to Coffee Field. I am your host. Oh wait, I gotta turn down the interview. We haven't done this in a while. We have not done this in a while. Welcome to Coffee Field. I am your host, Chris Hopper, at Beerfield Hop. As always, joined by Dan Thury at Beerfield Thury, and we are gonna greet you on this fine Sunday morning to talk about football and London games, coffee, and smiles. Dan, good morning.
Good
On the
Good
day
morning.
on this day of our Lord.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a fine Sunday morning as the Vikes are gonna kick off here in 30 minutes.
Yeah, roughly. Give or
Roughly.
take.
Yeah.
Give or take. Thielen rocking some cleats.
Thielen rocking the Ted Lasso cleats.
I guess rocking some cleats is not a good way to put that. I'd hope he's using cleats to play.
He's probably not wearing those because I don't think you can wear specialized cleats during
You
games.
can if you're bold enough and you want to give the NFL some money.
Yeah, it's true.
They won't suspend you. They'll just fine you. All right, we got a lot of there's a lot of in and out news kind of on Saturday night / this morning, more so than the normal. So that's kind of a good thing. Probably has some asking for friends because this is the time when I would normally set my lineups.
Yeah.
And then any questions that come in on the YouTube channel, we'll be sure to get those answers. It is an early stream because of London. And with that, let's go ahead and hit some weather real quick. Looks like some light rains or some potential light rain, 15-mile-an-hour winds for Giants Bears. They're primarily running teams anyway. The only one that really perks my eyebrows here is Eagles Jaguars. And they've got sustained 15-mile-per-hour winds out of the northeast, and Lincoln Financial Field is orientated northwest, so a little bit of a crosswind coming in.
Okay.
You've also got rain, and let's see if I can get the participation amounts, but 80% chance of rain throughout the entire game.
Yikes.
So
it's good. Let's see what how the lines looked since by line I mean
if it's come down weather-wise. Yeah, because this makes me, it's gonna tilt you a little. Did it come down?
It dropped a full point so far.
Yeah. This is going to tilt you a little bit. That Trevor Lawrence stream we talked about. This isn't bad enough. It's not like the monsoon game the Bears played.
Yeah.
It's not going to completely take away the passing game. It probably will tilt it a bit more run focused, though, which does play in favor of the Eagles. And doesn't really hurts all that much because that's primarily why he's in your lineup anyway. But it does, potentially hurt Lawrence a little bit. So if you're making some stream decisions with Trevor Lawrence, just keep that in mind. It's not going to get you off of Christian Kirk or anything like that. So you don't get too crazy with it. But
it takes away the big ball. It takes away the deep threat. You can see a lot more underneath stuff, a lot more, intermediate stuff too.
Could be good for ETN and Evan Ingram.
Yeah. I mean, it's still fine for Kurt. As you said, it should be fine for AJ Brown. Devonta works a little deeper downfield, but I think he should be fine. Goddard should be fine. I don't think this game completely changes too much. You're probably going to see less explosive plays off the get go.
All right, we got from Randy.
Good
morning, Randy. Pick 2, full PPR. Greg Dortch, Adam Thielen, Mark Ingram, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Well, Dortch is hurt.
Dortch is playing. Is
he playing?
He is playing.
I assume he's playing.
Yeah, wasn't on the injury report at the end of the week. So
okay.
Rondale Moore is going to make a season debut. Marquise Brown also healthy, so lay of the land there. You've got Thielen, who, as we've talked about, has been a little bit tumultuous playing in London. It's kind of been, 3 games, 3 different outcomes for Thielen. You had the dud, then you had garbage time, then you had a solid game. Ingram without Kamara, because Kamara has officially been ruled out.
That is true.
So, and then Edwards-Helaire, and we talked about the Chiefs, how, Edwards-Helaire is more the beneficiary of efficiency than anything else. You also have Jameis Winston not playing.
I see the argument for Ingram.
I do too.
I'm Ryan says he's Thielen Ingram. I'm actually Thielen and Clyde here. I'll roll with the better player on the better offense, and granted, it's hard to bet on efficiency when he's not getting enough volume, but Mark's also banged up. They also, promoted Latavius Murray, who's very familiar with, with that offense. I would lean Clyde and Thielen. But it's close. It very much is.
Yeah. Game script gonna be neutral to bad for him, probably, especially with Andy Dalton going. I'm probably gonna go with Thielen and Ingram though. I'm gonna go with Ryan here. I think that the running attack for the Saints is gonna have to be what they lean on in this one. You have no Kamara, no Jameis, so you're going down to Andy Dalton, which really isn't a huge drop off, but I feel like the volume's a little bit more insulated there versus Thielen. You're getting more efficiency. We've talked about McKinnon out snapping him. For Thielen, I just think that the trend has been up for him, right? We've talked about the tale of 3 different games, but that is in sequence. Week 1 was a dud. Week 2 was the garbage time. Week 3 was a solid game. So you're betting on that trend just continuing there.
Yeah.
I don't hate Clyde. I like Ingram a bit more. I think there's a bit more floor there for him.
I mean,
and I'm right.
You would hope too. I mean, it's a game bet on, with Vikings offense. If they start to click early, it's a game that could see New Orleans be taken out of this run the football element that they will undoubtedly try to, factor in. But as you mentioned with Dalton, who is not a slouch, the guy has been been a starter for a very long time in his career, and he's not that much of a downgrade from Winston. It's probably more of a side grade than anything else. But yeah, like I said, I have no problem with England over Clyde.
No, and here's the other thing, right? If they do get into the throwing game, Latavius Murray isn't going to catch passes. Mark Ingram will. I mean, this is a guy that has multiple 50-plus reception seasons in split work, and also
sure, yeah.
And some of that, the last of which was also while he was playing with Kamara. So just something to think about there as well. If it does go receiving game, that actually does benefit Mark Ingram a little bit more, I think, than if it stays on the ground, because then you're less worried about somebody like Latavius Murray who just got promoted cutting into that. Greg Dortch doesn't deserve to be ignored there either. That's not a slight at Greg Dortch. I'm a little concerned is, does Rondale Moore take some of that volume away?
Yeah.
And I think that's what scares me there. He's been excellent with Hopkins out. And Rondale Moore hasn't really shown anything yet in this league. It's just a matter of, how does that fall? Also playing the Panthers, if the Cardinals find their offense somewhere, you're in more of a Connor game script than anything there.
True.
So just Greg Dortch does deserve a little love in that discussion. Just wasn't, with these guys, some of these guys coming back, something I could jump at. Good morning, Trey. All right, full PPR, start 2. Allen Robinson, Kareem Hunt, Chris Olave, Devonta Smith. Also, give Russell one more shot or roll out Kirk Cousins. Let's do the quarterback first and work this backwards.
All right.
You have Wilson one more shot, you rolling out Kirk Cousins.
I still go Kurt. He's more explosive offense, neutral games or a neutral territory. Saints do have a good defense, but and yes, their offense is some question. But I would roll with Kurt. I get the allure to play Russell because it's got to be the week, right? Like this has to be the week for their offense to take a step forward for us to truly not be concerned. But at least you have somebody that you could play with some confidence outside of you're not asking to play Baker or Russ. At least Cousins is a viable streamer most weeks.
Yeah, pull me off of the London weirdness there. I'm going one more shot with Russell Wilson. Raiders have an offense that should be able to keep Denver in neutral game script. Bad defense though. If there's gonna be a week, this is the week, and this is his last shot for me. I'm in that same boat. Not necessarily against Cousins, but Russell or X. That's a solid streamer in a couple places, and I think this has got to be the last shot for Russell Wilson before he's in timeout and you're okay with him blowing up on your bench. This just looks like, again, a really, really good matchup and a good game script. And you got an offense that can move the ball, can put points on the board like Vegas is, and a bad defense on the other end of that. So I'm one more shot for Russ.
That's fine. I like I said, they get the Colts, and it's not the world's worst matchup. So, both defenses, especially the secondary for their Colts, really isn't particularly strong. So,
why are we talking Colts?
Because Russell Wilson plays for Denver and not Seattle.
I'm looking at Denver. Are you looking at Week 4?
Should be.
Broncos Raiders. 10-2, 425.
What the hell? That's weird. Huh.
What are you looking at?
Apparently they're on week.
Colts have the Titans today.
Oh my God. That was like I thought I had it. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyway,
I don't know if I'm more concerned that you were looking at the wrong week or that you let me go through the whole Raiders spiel without correcting me when you thought that they played the Colts. They do play the Raiders, though. My take on that is right.
No, you're right.
Gotta go back and redo this one.
You're right. Nope. You're right. And I mean, do I have to change my take that much? I mean, the Raiders have a worse defense and a worse secondary. Should be a better matchup. It's on the road. For whatever that's worth.
It's not for me anyway. Not for Vegas. If they're still playing in the Coliseum, maybe.
Yeah.
Start one PPR: Ramondre Stevenson, Mark Ingram, Travis Etienne. I am going Stevenson there.
Yeah, we should probably answer his second part to this question though.
Okay. Oh yeah,
the A-Rob Hunt.
Start two. Sorry about that, Trey. A-Rob, Hunt, Olave, Devonta Smith.
Oh, man.
And you need two.
And you need two full PPR.
Eagles, Jacksonville in the rain for Devonta Smith.
I think it's Olave and Smith for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with both the guys that have been heavily targeted. Yes, there's some concern about the weather in Philly, but we just talked about that should be more of an indicative of of the deep ball more so than it's just working over the middle. It's not Hunt.
Is Michael Thomas active?
He should not be active. He was already ruled out.
Was he? Okay. And Landry's active with Dalton.
I always still roll Olave. I mean, it's not Kareem Hunt. I guess it's pick two between Robinson, Olave, and Smith. That's how I look at it.
Okay, yeah, I'm going Robinson and Olave there, I think.
Okay.
Moving on. Bears defense or Vikings defense? Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings.
Don't love it, but Vikings. Start 1, PPR, Ramondre Stevenson, Mark Ingram, Travis Etienne. For me, that's Ramondre Stevenson.
I'm going to go Etienne. I'm going to chase the PPR points.
Especially in mid-game, and I could see that. That's the other guy that I would be debating. I think Stevenson has started to come on a bit as of late, especially in the receiving game, taking over a little bit more as a runner as well. And they're also potentially starting a backup quarterback, which is going to shift that run focused.
Yeah.
They're still lying and saying that Mac Jones has a chance to play. I think there's no shot that Mac Jones plays.
No. God, no.
Full PPR, start 2, Breece Hall, Robinson, Damian Harris, Jared Judy, Devin Singletary. And no problem, man. Good luck to you too. Breece Hall is for sure one of those.
Yep.
And it's between Judy's been kind of bad lately. So don't want to do that. So it's probably between Robinson and Singletary for me on the second part of that.
Yeah. For me, it's Hall and Singletary.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not big fans of Singletary, but it's recognizing that it's working for him. So he gets a great, he gets a pretty good matchup against Baltimore to be used in the passing game again. Yep. It should be a lot of points to be scored.
Flex hurry. Hopefully this is fast enough. Half PPR, Olave, Godwin, Bateman, Gibson.
Oh God.
Not Olave, not Godwin. He's still technically a game time decision. I know that there was the news last night that he might play. Still technically a Monday night game time decision, and who knows if they'll try to ease that back in. I think with those options, you can stay off of that. So I'm down to Bateman and Gibson. And let me go.
That's man. Bateman is so
Ravens Bills. He's touchdown dependent because of the targets.
If there's a game we're going to play him in, it's going to be this game, though. I mean, you expect a lot of volume. It banged up Bills' secondary as well.
I'd roll the Bateman. I think the floor is similar to Gibson. The upside's a lot higher in this game script.
I agree. I would roll with Bateman. Next one.
Let's see. Pick one running back, one wide receiver, one flex. So it's really kind of a pick 3, but you need a running back, a wide receiver, then somebody else. So let's start with
Smith, Samuel, Lamb, Jones, and Khalil Herbert.
Khalil Herbert is the running back for me.
Oh.
Any disagreement there? He's got the backfield to himself, and they're playing the Giants.
I mean, him and Aaron Jones.
Okay. Yeah, play them both.
Jones he gets an insanely good matchup.
Pick Jones in your flex, and then it's CeeDee Lamb as your wide receiver.
Yeah, I play Lamb. I mean, man.
Lamb's Jones, Herbert. Lamb's still got a little bit more upside than Samuel, even though Samuel's getting double-digit targets all over the place right now.
Well, Lamb is too. Lamb's just not productive with as much as Samuel right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Should I run Gabe Davis or George Kittle in my flex?
Ryan called Gabe Davis.
I'm calling Gabe Davis.
I really want to say George Kittle just to be on brand, but it's Gabe Davis. I'm not happy about either of it because both of these guys just can't seem to get enough targets or work. But I'll go for the upside in Gabe Davis. I'll go for the big play.
Kareem Hunt or Breece Hall? Breece
Hall.
Pierce or Ingram?
Ooh, Pierce. I'm riding the match.
Pierce.
It's not a great matchup in terms of game script, but if you're solely basing everything off game script, you're probably going to be disappointed in most weeks. I'm going to write off of the heavy usage last week. It still doesn't mean I don't hate Rex Burkhead, because if there's ever a matchup to play Burkhead in, it's one that's going to potentially yield a lot of passing volume.
Not a matchup to play Burkhead.
Exactly.
It's Pierce.
Yes.
There's a follow-up to Ryan, but I think we'll answer this too. Do you expect a big game from Breece Hall?
Well, Ryan thinks the Brees Hall's weak, so
yeah, he does. I don't know if it's so much that I expect a big week from Brees Hall as it is that I expect a better week from him than I do Kareem Hunt. Now, it is the Steelers. Their defense is not what it has been the last few seasons. They are giving up points to the running back position. The flip side of this is the Jets are starting Zach Wilson for the first time. You don't know what that's going to do to target volume, but things have shifted Brees Hall's way the last 2 weeks, and I think even if we're talking floor here, even if it's not a big game, I do like it a little bit more than Kareem Hunt with the way the Jets have utilized him.
Well, that and expected usage to be pretty high. Like, I don't think the Jets are going to let Zach Wilson throw the ball as much as they've let Flacco.
You don't?
Yeah.
I think they're going to unleash that beast.
I mean, it's not a bad team to do it against. It's not like Pittsburgh's got a good team, but I would expect them to lean a little heavier on the run.
And basically what you're looking at here, right, is do you think Brees Hall can do better than 65 total scrimmage yards, basically, which is where Kareem Hunt's been all season? So
I'm expecting Brees Hall to go over 100 total scrimmage yards and a touchdown today.
Yep.
That's my prediction. I'm with Ryan. This is Brees Hall week.
It's been trending that way, that's for sure. The only thing is that different quarterback could change things entirely.
Well, sure, but
yeah. Chargers or Pittsburgh defenses full PPR. Well, if it's full PPR, the Chargers do have a better chance at picking off the Texans more.
That's fine.
No, I'm going Chargers.
Who are they? Houston? Yeah.
They got Houston.
Chargers. Yeah. Chargers.
They've been good. Again, Pittsburgh just hasn't really been all that great. Zach Wilson.
The Jets don't have a strong pass rush, which is, I mean, like if you're looking for, defensive score and you want to look at, strong chances for sacks and obviously turnovers.
And that's where I think Zach Wilson kind of gets his, it's a good matchup. They're going against Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson didn't have a turnover the last 5 weeks of last season. And he had no multi-interception games after week 3. So just something to keep in mind there with Wilson is that, despite the turnover-prone start, he did clean it up down the stretch.
Well, as long as he doesn't have to play New England, he's fine.
Yeah.
That's all. As long as he's not playing New England, I think he's fine.
It was New England in Denver, yep. That caused that headache.
Yeah. Well, that was a very rough stretch for him.
It was. Damn, we are going this morning, aren't we?
Well, I mean, not a lot of people are on right now.
Start 2, full PPR. Ingram, Mac Hollins, Brandon Ayuk, Elijah Moore, Romeo Doubs. That's interesting.
The fact that we have to subconsciously debate between Mac Hollins, Brandon Ayuk, and Elijah Moore. I never thought I would actually reach this day. But, here we are. Mac Hollins has been dominant for the last 2 weeks.
Mac Hollins has been dominant for the last 2 weeks. It's a tough matchup in Denver, though. Romeo Doubs is the best the Packers got going for him. But, my concern with Doubs is how this game script's going to go. Green Bay is going to try to slow this one down, especially playing New England and a backup quarterback. That's gonna hurt that Doubs target volume a bit. Elijah Moore back with Zach Wilson. I know a lot of people that are liking that.
You just don't need to chase it. It's not like, Moore was dominant without or with and without Will. Like he's been kind of a ghost.
Did Hollins and Ayuk with as bad as the Rams secondary's been?
It might be.
It's Ayuk for sure for me. Rams secondary's been absolutely terrible. His target volume's been fine. He's been the better Niners wide receiver, as much as it pains me to say it. Especially as far as a pure
I can't believe her.
receiver goes.
I can't believe her. It's Mac Hollins. I just
think it's Mac Hollins.
What the fuck is wrong with this world.
Hollins has been utilized pretty heavily the
Uh,
last couple weeks.
well,
So
I mean, they really needed a number two alongside
they did.
Devontae Adams, and
Tougher matchup, but
Renfro it has not been needed as much. He's also been banged up, and this should be a volume matchup against Denver.
yeah, Ryan said Ayuk and Dobbs. Dobbs, it's just I agree. He's the one in Green Bay. I don't know how much they're gonna need that today though.
I'm not fully on board that Dobbs is the number one.
I'm not.
I don't think we know what the number one is because I don't think Green Bay has an idea who number one is.
And I'm not fully on board that this is going to be a high volume game to support.
No,
so
you have two very slow paced teams. New England's going to try to keep the Packers off the field. It's going to be a boring fucking game. Yeah. One of the worst games this week is going to be a Packers Patriots, hands down.
And Will is absolutely right in the chat here. The Steelers defense hasn't been good since TJ Watt got hurt. I mean,
they were bad last year, and no one wants to admit it.
He makes that go. It's one of those teams where the reputation's good, right? And it's hard to.
It's like Baltimore's the same thing.
Yeah. Baltimore's the same thing. Chicago, the last 4 or 5 years has been that way. And they still look that way because they had that really poor week 1 script. So, and we are kicked off.
We are. Do you want to do some more asking?
I need to do some asking for friends as I go through. I haven't even looked yet. So I looked to make sure
last night.
I looked to make sure that my London games were good, at least. So, I've got Cousins and Cook going. This one should be fine. I gotta start Richie James. Is that ugly?
It's just what the world is right now. Richie James and Matt Collins. We're going to be winning people matchups.
Actually, there's one for you. Richie James or Corey Davis?
I mean, Richie James. I mean,
again,
there's no point to him. It's not the worst idea to fade Jets receivers a little bit this week. Just to see what, where Zach Wilson is, who's going to be his guys. It's like outside of Garrett Wilson, it's okay to fade Elijah Moore and Corey Davis.
Yep. Bills, Colts, or Browns defense?
Oh, okay.
Bills got the Ravens. Oh, okay.
I've been wrong so far. So I might as well try not to be bad about this.
Some asshole dropped Eagles defense and can't pick up till Wednesday. That sucks.
Oh,
that sucks.
It's not the Bills.
It's not the Bills. No, the Ravens offense has been too good. I know how good the Bills are, but the Ravens
Lamar
offense
just doesn't turn the
good.
ball over as much as people think.
The Browns have the Falcons. Colts have the Titans.
I
would go Colts.
Yeah. Man.
Quick.
Which team gets more sacks? That would be my thing. I think it's the Colts. And you're right. I can't believe someone dropped the Eagles. Some asshole dropped the Eagles.
There were 4 sacks given up by Tennessee.
Okay.
Playing the Giants, Buffalo, and Vegas. And 3 interceptions thrown by Tannehill the last 2 weeks. There's been 4 sacks given up by the Browns, but only 1 interception for Brissett. So, yeah, it's the Colts.
All right.
With how Tennessee's been.
I don't ever think about defense. I think I have 1 or 2 leagues that play with the team defense. So this is the most questions I've got about defense in a long time. I love it.
Oh, damn, I can't do that here. All right, here's one for you.
Okay.
Hold, please.
Elevator music. Vikings, 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7? Well, that's not good.
3-yard run and an incomplete pass to KJ Osborne, who I've going in multiple leagues.
Oh, why did he go in?
First down, Irv Smith. All right.
Pick 2.
Okay.
Yeah, pick 2. Isaiah McKenzie, Greg Dortch, Chris Godwin, Michael Gallup, Richie James, Elijah Moore. Godwin and
Jesus.
Gallup both returning from injury. Isaiah McKenzie in a blowout matchup. Dortch has been hot, and Richie James. I'm like, right.
Isaiah McKenzie and I want to see how far along Gallup is before I want to play him.
That's where I'm at with both him and Godwin.
And well, I think Godwin is much needed. They are going to get Evans and Julio back too, or yeah, Evans was tactically suspended last week.
Yeah, and Julio's actually a game time decision. So
yeah,
along with
well,
Godwin.
all three of them are expected to play.
Yeah. But they want to test Julio and Godwin beforehand. Which,
well, no, I'm not saying
I know,
to play him.
That screams red flag to me. Is what that screams.
That screams that one of them is not going to play.
George has been so good, but I've been writing Richie James all freaking week as somebody you can plug in and start this week.
Then play him. Just like the fact that we have, like
the fact that I'm talking Greg Dortch versus Richie James is it says something about the state of things.
Is Matt Collins on your waiver wires? You go pick him up too, and then we can argue between Richie James, Matt Collins, and Greg Dortch.
He is.
It's totally.
He's not.
Okay.
Also, I couldn't pick him up anyway. I'd have to drop somebody from that list if I did.
Oh God, that's fine. It might be Richie James and Isaiah McKenzie. I
really think it might be Richie James.
I think I think being able to play a receiver from the Bills Ravens game.
Oh yeah,
might end up being a right call for sure.
I'm leaving McKenzie in.
Yeah,
I've actually got Singletary, Diggs, McKenzie, and Tyler Bass all going in this lineup.
Jesus, love it.
So here's to hoping the Bills don't have a shit day.
Right.
I think I'm gonna keep it Dortch.
Take a sack?
You know what? We're gonna go. Do we have the bottle cap?
I mean, no, I don't have one on me.
I have a bottle cap around here either. Well, I do. I just gotta walk across the room to get one. I'm gonna plug in Richie James. I've been calling it all week.
Yeah, you should.
This is what we do for our listeners. I will put my money where my mouth is. I've been calling Richie James all week. I'm putting Richie James in my lineup.
There you go. Love it.
Rush, Barkley, Hall, Diggs, Sutton, Brown, Hawkinson, Herbert, Gabe Davis, Russell Wilson. Gabe Davis or Greg Dortch. That's Gabe Davis. Keep that right there. And that IR is already loaded up. Don't really care what happens in this league because I'm trying to lose. Hunter Renfro's out again.
He's out?
Concussion.
This is Matt Collins. It's the week that everyone plays him. He's going to be bad, but Matt Collins, here you go.
So let's do that. We'll put Richie James there. I got a lot of Richie James, apparently.
I mean, when you fall in love with a player, you tend to roster him everywhere.
Oh, God, what did I just do there? Oh, no, we can't play Calvin Ridley. He's suspended.
But I heard he's a game time decision.
Uh-huh.
He's going to test his gambling before he goes to see if he can play.
Nelson Aguilar or Christian Watson? Aguilar?
Oh, God. You got to pick. There's got to be people better than both of them.
This is Dynasty. And it's Dynasty IDP. And maybe?
I would check. I mean, if it's between those two.
Oh, Matt Collins is on the waiver wire.
Yes! Our Lord and Savior, Matt Collins. Pick him up before someone catches on.
Who am I dropping?
You can drop Nelson Aguilar.
Oh, yeah, it is Dynasty, isn't it?
It's not like he's worth that much.
It's not like I'm trying to compete in this league either.
Well, then if that's the case, just play Nelson Aguilar.
That's what I'm doing. What did I do here? Did I somehow drop a... Huh? I did
Third
something.
3rd and 2 from the New Orleans 14. Minnesota driving. Is he going to stall into a field goal? That'd be the very Minnesota thing to do.
No, Mac Jones is hurt. That's the problem.
Nope.
There. Mac Hollins in my lineup.
That's great. 1st and goal from the 5.
This team's a mess.
It sounds like it when you have to debate between Nelson Aguilar and Christian Watson.
This is an orphan I inherited.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Team is a straight mess, and I love it. I am really happy that I inherited that, actually.
It's all the chaos you wanted in your life in one team.
Why you take over orphans?
Yeah, it's to fix chaos.
I am starting Andy Dalton.
I'm starting them in Ryan and Ian's league.
It's our listener league because Mac Jones is normally the one. He's the one starting quarterback I have is Mac Jones, and he's hurt. And
that's
the world
hilarious.
Smiled down on me and gave me Andy Dalton this week, who I just happen to have rostered.
That is hilarious.
I'm not certain Cleo Pimpleton or Zach Zinner. Yeah, we're going with that.
All right. What do we get? Oh, God. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Or 3rd and goal from the 5.
I'm starting Geno Smith in your Dynasty League.
I'm starting Geno and Andy Dalton in Ryan and Ian's Dynasty League.
That's the
orphan.
So the orphan I took over. Yeah, that's what.
God, Matt Collins was on the.
He was on the waiver wire.
I think I dropped him like 2 years ago. I think I had him rostered because again, deep cut.
I also have your kicker starting.
Oh, that's right. You are. I see that in there. Oh, and in my league.
Yeah.
In my other one.
Yeah.
I'm playing Drew this week. I can't wait to lose to him.
Is there anything I don't like about this lineup? Gabe Davis is a yes. Is Dalton Schultz is going to play?
It's questionable. It sounds like he's going to play, though.
Sounds like
touchdown, KJ Osborne.
Of course.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Good.
It's offensive pass interference on Justin Jefferson, which means it's probably a pick play.
I left KJ Osborne on the bench in a lot of places because of London.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel or... Nope, I'm just trying to make fetch happen. That lineup's fine.
That's probably a pick play.
Probably.
Be my guess.
I'm through all the sleeper leagues. Now I got 2 on ESPN.
Touchdown, Alexander Madison.
Okay.
That helps literally no one.
Yep, great. Dalvin Cook's active. Thanks.
Yep.
I got 21 from Joe Mixon here. That's good.
He had a good game last. He had a good game Thursday.
Better option here than Nelson Aguilar. Mike Evans.
I'd hope so. Yeah.
Let's see what's on waivers here. This should be a shallow league. It was Evans or Thielen, but I apparently missed that one.
Evans, anyways. I mean, he's not hurt. He was just coming off a suspension.
Mac Hollins is on waivers. You trust Mac Hollins?
Mac Hollins or Mike Evans? Well, I think we know what the answer to that one is.
It's Mike Evans.
It's totally Mac Hollins. I mean, Mike Evans.
It's Evans.
I'm going to will into it. I'm playing Mac Hollins in zero.
Mac Hollins or Allen Robinson?
I mean, it's Allen. It's Mac Hollins.
It's Allen Robinson,
I'm going to will.
Right?
It is Allen Robinson. But I'm going to will everything into being. It could be Mac Hollins.
It could be. Oh, my God. What happened the other night? How am I down by 39? Oh, Burrow and Tyreek. Okay. That's fine.
I played those two in an eliminator league, so I'm feeling pretty good.
DeAndre Swift is out. Got to get that taken care of. Khalil Herbert's on my bench. Look at that. That's paying dividends.
Mm-hmm. I have him in a lot of places too.
James Robinson over Isaiah McKenzie, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep riding that streak too.
I am riding that streak. 2-1 in that. I think I lost week 1. Yahoo? I feel like there's another place I needed to get Swift out of my lineup. Oh no, I got Khalil Herbert there too. Khalil Herbert saving my DeAndre Swift shares. Look at that.
That's right.
Exactly how you draw it up. And Devin Singletary saving my other one.
Yeah, as much as we dunk on Singletary, yeah, he's helped me in a few places for sure.
I'm 3-0 in Ronnie's league, and I've been without Chris Godwin, now DeAndre Swift, Jacoby Myers, and Michael Gallup to start the season.
Yikes.
And I'm 3-0. That is called weathering a storm. I did that there all last year, too. Oh, shit. Oh, good thing I don't care about the garbage time league. Did I say that live? Oops. I never said I wanted to play. I forgot to take Jameis out of that lineup.
Oops. Oh, well.
You can't get mad at me for starting players that are out in a league I didn't ever respond about wanting to play in this year.
The league, you had no clue you were in.
I didn't know I was in it. I got auto-drafted straight up. Had no idea I was in it. By the way, that's an ethics discussion we should have on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday.
Amongst other things, yeah.
Okay, fully rolling with that. I think I'm good other than Scott Fish, and that is a different issue entirely. My team in Scott Fish Bowl this year, not good.
Uh-oh.
Not good. Head to Trubisky, Zach Moss, or Jerick McKinnon, or Tyler Algier.
Jarrett McKinnon.
Kind of where I'm. Keenan Allen is out, right? He didn't practice on Friday.
I don't think I think he's. I don't know if it's officially ruled, but I think he is out.
Devin Duvernay or Velus Jones?
Duvernay. Velus Jones making his first career start.
Evan Ingram.
Devin Duvernay.
I'm going Evan Ingram.
Okay.
I could go Duvernay over Aguilar, though.
I would play Duvernay over all of them.
Yeah, I'm going to go Duvernay over Aguilar. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Okay. We never did do news. There were so many questions. We never actually went over any ins and outs or anything.
I mean, at this point, a lot of them haven't even been announced. So
no, but there is news. Brian Robinson expected to be activated week 5.
Well,
good for him.
That's the thing. Good for him. Glad he's able to come back.
Enjoy your Antonio Gibson farewell tour.
Baby.
Russell Gage playing. Marquez Valdez-Scantling playing. Cairo Santos is out for the Bears. Michael Badgley will kick for them. If you had that. Ooh, Shaq Leonard back for the Colts this week. Another reason to start their defense.
There we go.
Landry is active. Doesn't matter. That game's already kicked off. Dak Prescott should be back next Sunday against the Rams for a return. Joey Bosa is going to miss 8 to 10 weeks. Missed that.
Wow.
Torn groin week 3.
Jesus.
Immediately to IR. Well, there, Patterson's playing. McCaffrey is likely to play. Late week thigh injury. Zay Jones is playing. So there's some thought he might be out, but he will go. Optimistic on Chris Godwin and Julio Jones, but they're both game time decisions, as we've mentioned before. Velus Jones making his season debut. Rondale Moore active against the Panthers. Risky flex. Agree with that. Marquise Brown is active after being questionable late in the week. It looks like Gabe Davis and Dawson Knox are both going to play after being banged up late in the week. Did we get any word on Bryce Young's shoulder injury?
No. I didn't realize he hurt his shoulder.
He did, yeah. He went down on it awkwardly.
Oh, great.
Landed on it bad.
I've heard no news on
Went
it.
back out the next series and then left the field after one throw.
Ooh.
So hopefully just an AC or something like that.
Yeah, just sprain.
TDP out versus the Rams. DJ Chark out against the Seahawks. That actually joins DeAndre Swift and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So Josh Reynolds,
TJ Hawkinson and Quintez.
Cephas?
No?
And Cephas, yeah. Reynolds,
Ooh.
Khalif Raymond, and Quintez Cephas will be the starting wide receivers.
Oh, God.
And TJ Hawkinson, Jamal Williams. So Hawkinson for sure, but a little bit of a nod towards Josh Reynolds there, I guess.
The only time you'll ever hear us say anything.
Hey, the Rams missed the shit out of Josh Reynolds.
Yeah.
Just say. Like all that Josh Reynolds hate, he's fine as a 4. You just slide him into duty every now and again. Way better than Van Jefferson's done since he left. Dalton Schultz expected to play. We already talked about that. We'll talk about the Jameis stuff next week. Or not the Jameis, the Tua stuff next week. Harrison Butker going to miss it again. Matt Amendola again. Oh, they released him. Matthew Wright's going to play this week for the Chiefs.
Yikes. Jesus.
Myles Garrett not playing against the Falcons. Little bump up there. My child is upstairs making animal noises.
Aw.
The animal noises he's making might just be a toddler, but
Same difference.
Yeah. TJ Hawkinson is playing. I didn't realize Hawkinson was also banged up. What the hell is going on in Detroit?
They're all eating too many kneecaps, apparently.
Apparently. Back off of that. Not enough fiber in your diet. Not enough protein. Get some red meat. Keep the calf muscle on there.
Somebody must have been watching too many of the Jeff Dahmer
That's
series.
exactly where I was going to go with that. We're in Jeffrey Dahmer territory now. Look at us being plugged in with pop culture.
Well, it's only because the wife watched it the last 3 days.
Greg Dortch is playing. We watched some Friday Night Lights last night.
Ooh, a great show.
Lindsay finally said she would watch it with me, so been watching that.
Are you gonna watch or skip season 2?
No, we're gonna watch all of it. Why would I skip season 2?
That was the writer's strike. Season 2 is pretty
bad, but
it's pretty bad.
You got to get the full effect. I'm not skipping season 2 right now.
That's fair. That's fine.
Let's see. We are the episode after Voodoo Tatum gets jettisoned from the team after not listening to Coach Taylor.
It's been a very long time since it's got to be at least a decade. I should go back and rewatch it now.
And Lila Garrity and Tim Riggins are hitting it off while Street's in the rehab facility.
Fucking doing him dirty.
Dirty. Christian Watson active. Alan Lazard active. AJ Dillon active. Jair Alexander questionable. There you go. All the Packers stuff right there. Taylor's fine after missing a practice. Some other questionables, Donald Parham, Kyle Phillips, some fringe guys who could be later in the week deals. Keenan Allen is officially out.
Okay.
I think that's the end of that. Make sure there's nothing new and call this thing an hour in. Then you go watch the Vikings get.
Hopefully watch them get up 2 scores.
Yep, exactly. And there's nothing else new. So that's the show. Thank you guys for waking up early with us and hanging out. Thank you to everybody that asked questions. Very, very active live stream this morning. That always makes it easier. We like that. We'll be back with you on Wednesday night?
I think so, yeah. Wednesday.
Yep. All right. We'll be back with you on Wednesday night. Until then, good luck. Take care. Don't forget to look at your late game inactives. See ya.
Peace.